What's going on, folks? Klutch here, and what a day it is for Farming Simulator. We've got a bunch of information for Farming Simulator 22 that has been released today. We've got a brand new CGI trailer that's dropped. We'll go over that in depth. Also, we've got new information on new crop types we need to talk about, a whole bunch of stuff there. We got some information on the Collector's Edition and Pre-Order Edition for Farming Simulator. And also, the big thing, well, we've got a release date. November 22nd is our release date for Farming Simulator 22. November 22nd, 2021. Check down in the description, guys. You can find your pre-order link down there for PC players. You can click the link and pre-order your copy of Farming Sim 22 right now. Of course, console players, you actually may be able to find your pre-order download areas on each of your subsequent stores for each console. So go take a look at that as well. So with that being said, folks, let's jump in. Let's take a look at the brand new Farming Simulator 22 trailer. After it's done, we're gonna break it down. We're gonna go through some of the key points and we'll break it down from there. After that, we've got a bunch more information to still go over, so don't miss anything. Stick around. Let's go.
A wise man once said, to forget how to dig the soil, tend the earth, is to forget ourselves. Well, maybe some have, but a few of us still know. You gotta be willing to put in the time, make the sacrifices, and the hard choices. The job's got its perks, don't get me wrong. The sweet smell of the morning dew, the way the warm sun and the cool breeze can dance across your skin. But don't think it's a game. The farm's got a way of sorting the wheat from the chaff. Just remember to keep your wits about you. You fall, you get back up again. 'Cause this is more than just a job. It's a calling. Who else would choose to wake up early in the morning, tear up their hands working in the fields all day, and then spend the evening planning how they're gonna do it all over again, better, tomorrow? Day after day. Season after season. Year after year. That's a calling that's never ending. It stretches far forward and back from us as long as farmers have been tending this earth. And farmers will be around as long as such a thing exists. Tomorrow is secured by those willing to dirty their hands today. So when you feel alone out there in the field, just remember, you're not. Think about all those that have come before you. And all those that'll follow. Plant today, harvest tomorrow.
So very first scene, guys, I'm really digging, actually, well, this barn that's here. I'm really hoping we see something like this. This is a very cool looking barn. I would love to see something like this make it in. Now, I know this is a trailer, so it's a good chance it won't be, but this barn looks very cool. Could this be a placeable? Also, we got a couple different cars. It looks like, is that like a Ford Ranger or maybe a Toyota down in the bottom corner? I don't know. Another car on the bottom right there. Yeah, you can't really tell exactly what's what there. So the storyline of the trailer itself is that, well, the daughter, I think it's the daughter at least, I think she's a farmer already and she really hasn't figured everything out 100% yet. So she's getting up late, just figured she could dive into the field, and she gets out there and of course the crop's dead and has to build from there. Kind of a cool concept. We'll see if this, could it be a storyline? Is it possible? I mean, we didn't really have this kind of a trailer for Farm Sim 19, for Farm Sim 17. I like the idea that there could possibly be a storyline. More on this though, we'll keep on going. Now next up on the way here we see, well, she's driving the Massey Ferguson 5S. That's a brand new tractor. Really can't wait to see this one. And then we look through the line of vehicles we got here, guys. Kind of curious to see what's going to be here. I mean, they're kind of nondescript, but at the same time, at the front, that looks like an Accord. That first truck, that looks like an older square body style F-150, F-250 possibly. Tough to tell, but definitely, you know what? It definitely looks like one of those types of trucks for sure. Is that a Suburban next to it? And then maybe at the back here, we got like a Jetta. Can't really tell what the green car is, but there's quite a few different vehicles here that look very suspicious. I'm more interested, of course, in the Ford. I think everyone is, because there's already been some speculation on Fords possibly being in. Who knows? As well in this scene, guys, you can see we've got two pastures, one on each side of the road. Looks like some cattle on the right. Can't really tell on the left, but there's definitely some more over that. Can we possibly herd cattle back and forth? Would that be a thing? That'd be kind of cool as well. The cattle, is it possible that maybe it's one of the sides is the calf barn? I don't know. It's tough to tell. The one barn on the right looks a lot smaller. It looks like some smaller cows in that picture. Tough to tell though. And then we move into the destructed crop scene here. Now, are we trying to read into too much of this? Is there more to this whole thing than what we're looking at right now? Did this just wither and die like we have in current farm sim? Or is there more to crop destruction than what we don't know about yet? I'm really hoping we get to see more about this. I would love to see crop destruction have a bigger point, not just necessarily driving over crops, of course, but more to weather effects, that kind of thing. Anyways, are we reading into this too much? It's possible. Maybe not, though. Who knows? And now we finally move into the meat and potatoes. We've got a brand new, looks like a Case 380 Magnum. I believe it's a 380. Can't confirm. Looks like a 380. Might be a 320, somewhere in that range. It does have the US flashers, though, and this is what I'm so excited about this. US flashers. Is it possible? Can we interchange these between the European and US? Please make it so we can change every tractor that way. That would be fantastic. In behind this, guys, you're going to see we've got a Kinsey planter. It looks like a direct drill planting unit with possibly with fertilizing, I believe, as well, right? And then right into a scene with the John Deere X9 base game. That's pretty cool. John Deere X9 combine base game. Love to see this. And we have her unloading into a Distinction dual bed belly dump trailer, and of course the truck. The truck, guys, it's a Mack. It's a Mack. We have licensed vehicles. Excuse me? This is awesome. Licensed vehicles, Farm Sim 22. Next, the trailer moves into our first new crop that's been announced officially. Well, grapes. We found out we've got grapes as a base game crop now. This here as well, we're going to be showing off the New Holland Broad 9070L, the Grape Harvester. Is probably only going to get one. I'm going to guess we're only going to get one in the Harvester. It's kind of the same as how cotton was in Farming Sim 19. We're probably only going to get the one type of harvester. And now this is something I've had on my wish list for Farm Sim for a bit now. Cell phones. Is this possible that we could have cell phones in Farm Sim? I would love to see this. Instead of the normal menu system, a cell phone pops up for whatever reason. Maybe you're hired workers, maybe to access the store. Instead of, if you're not at a computer at your shop, you can bring up your phone and take a look at it there. I don't know. I might be reading into this too much, but once again, I'm excited to see what this could possibly bring. Plowing some snow. I like the snow plow. Is that a Hauer plow, snow plow on the front? It looks like. And then we've got, of course, the track right here from the Fendt, the MT1100. And of course, more snow work happening. I'm really interested to see how this all works out. Now, of course, we've already talked about the tractors. Looks like two MT1100s with possibly Crokerling cultivators behind them being towed. Now, can the AI possibly help us with this? I'm not going to read too much into this. Farm Sim 19 also did something similar scene with the cotton harvesters, and that really wasn't possible in game either. So I'm not going to read too much into this. I would love to see it, but this seems like a course play thing to me, just saying. Other than that, folks, I love the way the snow looks on this. Can we actually properly cultivate when the ground is frozen? More questions have to happen with that, of course. We'll have to wait and see there, folks. And that, of course, leads us to the end. We find out release date, November 22nd, 2021. Like I said, once again, PC players, you can pre-order right now. Link is down in the description below. So that's it for the actual CGI trailer that's been released, guys. But we have a bunch more information I promised you I'd be going over. So let's dive in. Let's take a look at, well, first look at new crops for Farming Simulator 22. And today they announced what they are. We've got grapes, we've got olives, and we've got sorghum. There you go. Those are our 3 new crops for Farm Sim 22. So let's start by talking about grapes, because grapes is a little bit interesting. Of course, very idyllic looking. There's a vacation spot. They talk a little bit about this. However, with seasonal growth activated, you'll have to take a look at the crop calendar, because grapes will grow between March and June. So you don't have to harvest them in the fall, in the September and October months. And in order to harvest, you're going to need the New Holland Broad 9070L series. Sounds like we've only got one piece of equipment, like we said earlier. Next up, we've got olives, Mediterranean olives. This is very similar to grapes as far as our harvest season go. I mean, their growing season is March to June once again. September, October would be our harvest-ish. Also, We'll need the broad 9090X series in order to harvest. And lastly, guys, we got sorghum, which is good in dry climate areas. So this one sounds like it's going to be very similar to our wheat, barley, oats, that type of crop. Now they also go on to mention that all these crops are actually going to be designed into the production chains element of Farming Sim 22. So grapes, well, of course you're gonna get some grape juice. Also, dried grapes are tasty too. Interesting. Also, we got olives. You could produce high-grade olive oil, of course. And sorghum, well, they can be delivered to the grain mill to produce flour. And of course, also, as we've already mentioned, the release date has been announced for Farming Sim 22, which of course is November 22nd, 2021, as well as pre-orders have been announced as well. You can pre-order your copy on PC right now. Check the description down below for the link there. However, with your pre-order, what are you gonna get? Well, there is actually a pre-order bonus. All pre-orders will be getting the Klutch Zirion Saddle Track Pack. That comes with the Klutch Zirion 4200 Saddle Track, the Calico Zirion Saddle Track Tanker, the Calico Zirion Saddle Track Semi-Trail Tanker, the Calico Optijet 800, as well as the Calico Front Unit. And lastly, if you're into actually purchasing the disc, you're gonna see we have several different case covers depending on which regions you're from. You're gonna have the Case IH AFS, Connect, Magnum, the Fent 900 Vario, the Massey Ferguson MF8S, or the Zetor Cristal, depending on exactly which region you purchase your disc from. So that's the new information right there, folks, on Farming Sim 22. A lot of new information has dropped today. So hopefully you've caught all that. If you missed anything else, stuff we didn't maybe talk about, maybe go back and check out our production chains and seasonal cycles video. I'll make sure I put a link down in the description down below. Go check that out. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like. Of course, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to help the channel grow, share this video to your heart's content. It does go a long ways. But cheers to you folks. Have a great day, and we'll catch you next time. This is Klutch, over and out.